Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy 13 walkthrough. We've got a little cutscene here, and then actually I'm just going to go right back into the Archild Steppe.
There's a way through here!
Alright, so I really just wanted to, get that little bit of a, quasi cutscene. I mean, and the reason being is because I'm planning on kind of leveling in this area, or I had planned on it. So I wanted to make sure that I got this footage and didn't miss it off camera. So I don't know how far I end up going here, but I'll be quickly turning back, I imagine. And if you're trying to level off of the, yeah, that's what I thought. So if you're trying to level off of the King Behemoth and the Megastatherian, you don't need to come anywhere near this far down this canyon to get them to respawn. I think it's somewhere like around here. No, that's even too far. It's more like right in here somewhere. So, you know, again, you just run down the canyon a little ways, they'll respawn, and then run right back and, you know, fight them again if you want to. If I remember right, it's something like 6,600 CP for each one of these kills. And then obviously they're going to have drops as well, but, you know, to be honest, so they're going to be, organic materials. So, you know, useful, but, I mean, really, you're going to be here for the CP, to be honest, so. And again, I don't know, it's a really easy battle. It helps having haste right away, just so that you can get that King Behemoth, you know, launched, and then, you know, hopefully if you can time it out. I didn't always do that great of a job timing out, keeping them kind of juggled in the air, but you know, there was only a couple of times where he was able to land and then go into his, you know, like standing up form or whatever, which unfortunately heals him to full. So obviously not really something that you want to have happen, but sometimes it will, and there's just nothing you can do about it. But all right, so we're gonna head back here, and I'll show you. It should be like right around in here. You can see if you're watching the map and you see the X. You know, you really just want to make it so that you can't see the X again, anymore, and they should be back. So again, now I went way too far this time here, but I mean you can see how easy it is to respawn these guys, and I spent quite a bit of time here. I feel like you know, I didn't develop everybody to the maximum, but I got pretty close. Or, you know, now I don't remember what part of the Chrysarium, or what stage of the Chrysarium we've got unlocked right now, but, you know, again, I did get fairly close to getting everybody maxed out. And, you know, I don't know, with the, you know, with just the way the Chrysarium works, the character's secondary roles, you're not going to get a whole lot of stats out of them, but, you know, it does add up, and it's a little bit extra. Unfortunately, though, it just takes so much CP to get anywhere.
That's how it's done.
Obviously, you're going to want to concentrate on your primary 3 roles for the time being. Once those are done, then you can kind of work on the other stuff. And you know, I kind of like it. It's interesting because, you know, you kind of get used to somebody like Sazh and Hope being, you know, you're really only 2 good buffers. And then once those secondary roles open up, you can you know, kind of branch out and have some other of your characters, some of the other characters buff a little bit. There you go. So that was a pretty good respawn there. So I just, you know, I didn't go too far. Kind of just waited for the red X to be off the map, and then turned right back around to fight again. But anyways, all right. So we got here. He tried to hurl somebody. Hopefully he doesn't stand up. Oh, yeah, we got him juggled again. All right. And so, yeah, so I mean, if you want to chill here and and just level and get some CP. This is, like I said, a really good place. I really like it. Again, the battles are really, really easy. Haste helps quite a bit. And then just the fact that they're fighting each other, you know, so for that little bit of time there at the beginning, your character won't be taking any damage whatsoever. So, yeah, about 40-second battles for 6,600 CP. That's not too bad now. Unfortunately, again, like I said earlier, the actual battle rewards aren't that great, but you know, we can always use organic material, so it's not the worst thing ever. All right, so let's see here. Let's see if I ran far enough. Yep. All right, so they're back. And yeah, so like I said, I mean, just rinse and repeat. This is kind of how. This is really, like I said, this is where I leveled a lot. I spent quite a bit of time here, to be honest. So, you know, again, if you want to put in that kind of time, go ahead. If you don't, just continue on. You know, you don't have to sit here and there's other good spots. I just you know, I feel like this one's a really quick and easy way to go about it. So it's kind of my 2 cents. But I think after this we'll be heading on our way. And actually, you know, so this method here is a good way to get CP while you're here on the Arc Out step. And then, you know, just to make money, you're going to want to go with, like, the Chocobo treasures. And, I'll be doing a guide for that, too. It should be fairly straightforward. But, yeah, all right. So it looks like I took a little cut here. So we'll see where we end up with this next footage here. And... okay, all right. So we're back towards the entrance of the Arc Out step, and I think there'll be a good portion of the rest of this video. Actually, it might even be the entirety of it, where we just kind of run around and collect the treasure spheres that I haven't picked up yet. So there's, you know, there's a bunch here, and some of them are guarded by some pretty powerful enemies, so you know, you may or may not be able to take them down at this time. So you know, if you're not able to, I would either suggest, well, I mean, you're either gonna have to just wait, or you know, spend a little bit of time leveling up, or I should say acquiring CP. And here it looks like so at some point there I must have changed my equipment, because Hope no longer has the tetratic tiara equipped. So I'm curious what I swapped up there. Not that it really matters that much, but anyways, this fight obviously is not too difficult. Couple of flan. And that's that. Nice. Bunch of transparent ooze. And, alright, what's our reward here? A lightning charm. Alright. So that's going to be a random lightning eater. There actually is one battle that I could think of that might be useful for, but I guess, you know, when it comes right down to it, I didn't really like those charms. Again, I just don't like the random aspect to it. So I don't know. You know, maybe there's certain fights that it's, you know, extremely beneficial for, but to be honest, actually I don't know that I've ever really tried them that much either. So maybe I need to give them more of a chance. And I think the biggest thing actually is I don't know how much or how often they trigger. So, you know, if it was something like, you know, a 90% absorb rate, that'd be a different story, but I have a feeling it's not anywhere near that high. Yeah, I really swapped up the equipment here, because now Feng's using a different spear as well. I think that's the glaive. There's a wind charm. So again, now that's going to be you know, give you the random wind eater. Alright, where are we heading to next? I don't know. Oh, I think I went to pick up a chocobo. There's one up, kind of in these, in this rocky area here. So we'll see. I don't know how useful this was. It's the problem with grabbing these treasures is a lot of them now, you know, are guarded. And when you dismount the chocobo, it just leaves. So and you can't jump back on it right away. So you have to go to one of these, you know, static chocobo spawn points, and then jump on. Now, sometimes when there's like cutscenes and stuff, a chocobo will hang out and wait there for you. But you know, that's really specific scenarios. And there's a Scarletite. I think that's the first. That might be the first one I was able to get. Although, I think they're actually... that's hard to say. I think they're actually buyable technically now. But anyways, getting one for free is always a good thing, because if you have to buy them, I think they're fairly expensive. And here I know there is a treasure sphere around here somewhere. Because in one of the other videos, I jumped up next to it and tried to grab it, but yeah, it's guarded by a Megastotherian and those bunch of Gorgonopsids. So, well, let's see here. Let's see how I decide to handle this. Just jump back a bunch of times. Alright, there we go. So again, now unfortunately, the chocobo's just going to take off on us, and we'll have to either run to grab a new one or just not. Alright, so this should be a fairly easy battle.
Nothing personal.
Yeah, I feel like, so, yeah, I'm thinking what happened here was, I leveled a ton, because I feel like Hope has way more health than he used to. I could be wrong, but, so that's probably what I did there. When I made the cut in this video, that was probably the, you know, pre-leveling, and now this is post-leveling, so I'm sure that's why my character's HP skyrocketed. Alright, now that this guy is staggered, it is over. Yeah, and that's probably why she's got the glaive equipped as well. I think that probably had a better physical stat than the, I think I was using the Pandoran Spear or something like that. Speed Sash. Alright. Those are fairly useful. I like those accessories actually. If I remember right, the Speed Sash in combination with one other item. So actually the Speed Sash is, I think it's considered the Gestalt synthesized family. If maybe that, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but one more item from that family will synthesize the passive ability of random instant chain, and that's definitely got its uses. I like that. I like that ability. It actually comes in really handy in certain points. Not everything seems to be vulnerable to it, as far as I know. Anyway, I don't think you know, I don't think it works on everything, but there are, you know, again, there's specific cases where it's freaking awesome. And man, this thing is just crushing Hope. Alright, we're good. Just like all the other, you know, wyverns, I think these are considered wyverns. You gotta watch, they'll debuff you and then, you know, use like feeding swoop and just crush you, so really gotta watch those guys. But anyways, alright, so let's jump up here. And I don't remember if I'm gonna, I think I fight this thing here. Let's see how this goes. I took on another one I know a little bit later on in this video, and it took me a couple of tries, so we'll see how this one goes. Ooh. The problem with these Adamantulids is that obviously they do a ton of damage, and I think I'm going to end up restarting this. Yeah, this is not going to go well. Uh-oh. Oh, Quake. There's Hope dead. I feel like I need to restart this. Yeah. So there's how to not do it. Hopefully we don't have too many retries, but this is actually the first time I've fought one of these, or at this point, and I was obviously extremely rusty. I didn't remember at all what these things were capable of. So let's see what I land on here. I feel like a commando, Fang commando, lightning, medic, and hope synergist is probably the best way to start out. Or, basically that setup, except if Fang is a saboteur instead. Just to get debuffs going, buffs on yourself, and then, having lightning to heal. I kind of feel like that would be a decent way to start out. Just because, I mean, you need to get those buffs up. This thing hits decently hard, and you also need to be able to, keep your characters alive while you're still buffing. So that's kind of why I think, having somebody like Hope as the medic for the time being is a good strategy. Now I'm going with Fang's buffs. Now, so the thing with Fang's buffs is they're more effective, but they don't last as long. So it's hard to say whether or not, it's hard to say how good they really are. I kind of feel like it's almost, those buffs are almost more designed for extremely quick fights, like, I don't know, like the regular enemies, and not these kind of like extended fights. But that being said, she does have Boon, I think, eventually anyway. I don't think she does right now, but at a certain point she'll be able to extend the duration of those buffs, so it isn't as bad. But to be honest, I still actually really prefer the basic buffs, and again, it's really just because of their duration. And here is the final issue with these guys, and what makes them so brutal is they use Bay, and if I remember right, that's gonna put what is it called? I think it's Daze on your characters, and man, it's so brutal. It just stops them right in their tracks, and you can't do anything. So if you're planning on taking one of these down, and you've got something that's going to reduce, what was it? What did I call it? Daze? Yeah, Daze. So if you can prevent Daze, that's a huge help. And then something like Combat Clinic is really good too. Like if we'll just say, for example, Lightning, is able to avoid it, and you're in Combat Clinic with Lightning and Hope as medics, and Fang as like a sentinel. Hopefully then Lightning can use Asuna on Hope, to remove his Daze, and then he could go back to healing. So the fight it's actually pretty tough. I don't know that the first couple of times I played this, I don't think I even took these guys on yet. I think I waited until much later, but they can be beat, right now. So I figured, you know what, why not? We'll give it a shot. It looks like I was trying to get some Libras off here, just so that we could get the info on these guys. Now, obviously, I've got D-Protect on him as well as D-Shell, and so here we're finally getting him staggered, and that's when the damage really starts rolling in. Yeah, he's not gonna last much longer. I don't think I should have even bothered swapping paradigms there. There was no point. Yeah, it was over. But there you have it. So only a 3-star rating, but that's all right. That was the first time for taking that guy down. Part of that, though, I feel like it was the buffs, and just using Fang's buffs. I really should not have had her as a saboteur. Again, I kind of feel like the way to start out would be Lightning as medic, Hope as synergist, and Fang as saboteur, just to get that guy debuffed, get yourself buffed up, and then obviously healing at the same time with Lightning. And we got a gold nugget there as our reward. Now, you know, that's just straight cash. So, you know, if you're looking for more cash, well, congratulations. And we're gonna head over here. I don't think there's anything along this canyon wall or whatever this ends up being, but there's definitely at least one treasure sphere back here, kind of in this, I don't know, like boxed canyon, I guess. So we'll head back and grab that. There's just a ton of behemoths out here, and that's what's actually gonna make this next fight a little bit gross. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take down 2 of these guys at the same time. Now, if you want, you know, definitely I would say it's actually worth using a Deceptisol here, maybe even a Fortisol as well. Just to get one of these guys staggered right off the bat, because they are, I mean, to be honest, these guys are pretty nasty. So this will probably end up being a fairly lengthy battle. We'll see how it all turns out. And the combination of lightning and Fang buffing is not good at all. It's a complete waste, because Fang's buffs are gonna overwrite lightning's, just because she's kind of got like the you know, the upgraded versions. So that was not a good paradigm setup at all. With, you know, both of them being synergists at the same time, it just doesn't make sense. For this battle, I would almost say the same thing as with the Adamantulid there. It might not be a bad idea to have Lightning as medic right away, Fang as the Saboteur, and Hope as synergist. Get those buffs up. And there's the heal, you can see from the Behemoth King standing up. Now, the one cool thing though still about these guys is, yeah, that stinks that they stand up and heal, but the chain gauge stays the same, and it doesn't reset. So you'll still be doing really good damage to these guys. But here, I mean, really in trouble here. Fang is extremely low. And the Behemoth Kings have really good damage when they stand up. I mean, they do fairly decent damage already, and then when they stand up, it's even worse. So you really gotta be watching what you're doing.
Thanks.
And you know, along with a lot of other enemies in the game, you know, but by now you probably know it already, but it's really good to have a paradigm when you're trying to heal with a paradigm. It's really good to have a combo, or sorry, a combo. A commando still, just so that the chain gauge doesn't decay all the way, because that can be a huge problem. I mean, if you stop everything and the chain gauge depletes all the way, you know, that's just going to be a huge waste of time. You'll have to, you know, obviously build it all back up. So that's usually why I actually use diversity quite a bit. It's the combo I said it again. Commando Ravager medic. I really like that paradigm. It's just a great way to kind of keep the damage flowing while you, you know, get healed up. So. All right, and this guy should be standing up here pretty soon too. I don't know what they're doing. Like, if you get them to 50% or if it's timed, I don't know. No, it's probably not timed. It's probably the HP threshold, and then I don't know. Maybe even chain gauge related. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're programming. I'm sure actually you could probably find it, but I don't know how useful that information would be anyway. But anyways, yeah. So this guy's actually. I'm betting I don't even bother healing anybody else. We'll see. Kind of feel like I could probably push it from this point and be just fine. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a tough call. Actually, so there, I think if he would have used Sunder on Lightning, that would have been a game over. So that was actually a little risky. But alright, so that actually ended up going really well. The target time was 7 minutes or something like that, and we did it in 3. 2 platinum bagels. I don't know. Those are, those are going to be HP items, so I don't typically bother with those. So let's see here what I do. Yeah, this is a horrible setup. That's better. That's better because at least Fang's buffs won't be overriding. Oh, that's a good one. Even to odds. So that was the one I was talking about. Let's see if I end up starting out in that, because that's a great one. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're going to go take on another Adamantium though. And if I remember right, this did not go so well. Well, I mean, the first one that we killed didn't go that great either, but I think I ended up restarting this battle 3 times or something like that. But we'll see. Because I'm going to stand here for a little while. Where'd Fang come from? What? That was weird. Oh, they're trying to run up there. Funny. Okay. Here he is. Alright, so this will be the next chest that we try to grab. And like I said, I ended up doing this like 3 times, so I just cut out the epic fails.
Not a problem.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't really feel like that was a. I feel like even odds would have been better to start out with.
Keep the enemy off
There we go. And again, I mean, to be honest, the biggest reason that I think this one's better is Hope's buffs are going to last way longer. Fang's going to be able to get this guy hopefully debuffed. And, Lightning can kind of fit the bill with buffs, or sorry, with heals for the time being. She does alright. The kind of good thing though is, I've got these characters' roles are fairly developed. So, again, if you're having problems with these guys, I would just suggest coming back later once you've, kind of leveled more. To be honest, they're extremely difficult. And there is the dreaded Bay, and there you go. So it stopped Lightning and Hope in their tracks. Unfortunately, with that combination, there's nothing I can do about that either. It was actually probably a good thing that Hope, well, no. Probably not a good thing that Hope died, but obviously having to use Renew there, which I love that skill. I feel like I use that way more this time around than I ever did in any other playthrough. And that is that. So there you go. Obviously I did it actually went really well. Yeah, I even 5-starred that. So there you have it. And what do we get here? A gold nugget for our troubles. Another one. So that was quite a nice chunk of change we got there. Alright, where are we headed here? Trying to figure out what's even left of this video. We got a little bit yet to do. Betting we're gonna be tracking down another mark here. Alright. I'm such a nerd that I took the victory music from there it is again. The video or the victory music from 13 here, and I stuck it on my phone as the what is it, the tone that plays whenever I get a text. So every once in a while you'll just hear random victory music. Alright, so there's a pinch of gold dust. Man, we're really making a killing on these treasures for this video. And that one now, I don't know if that's a one-time deal. I know the gold dust is on the table of possible treasures in the or for the treasure hunting. but I don't know where we're at as far as first-time rewards. But anyways, all right. Trying to remember. I'm pretty sure we've got a mark here. Oh nope. I'm gonna be grabbing this treasure sphere for sure. Alright, these guys will be pretty easy. The Rang does. These will go down pretty quickly. And here, I don't think I realized here that I'm using Hero's Charge. My paradigm, but I don't know that it really matters. Yeah, that was quick. Oh wow, and I looked away for a second and didn't see what was in that treasure sphere. Womp womp. 'Cause I'm bad. I do that a lot. I'll look over at, or look away at just literally the wrong times. And then miss valuable info. Okay, probably not that valuable, but... Alright, where do we have to go here? I think it's the... Is this the same area that we got the chocobos in? If I'd zoom out here, I'd be able to see. Feathered Friend? Mission rank Feathered Friend? Is that what we're on? Huh. Yeah, what are we doing here? Zoom out. Jeez. I don't know what my deal is here. Maybe I got confused. That happens to me a lot. Oh no, okay, so we're not even, are we not even working on a mark? Yeah, I must not have activated a stone because I'm not seeing marks anywhere. Oh, mission rank Feathered Friend. So that must be as you complete, you know, as you complete marks that that changes. Your rank changes, I think, depending on how many you've beat. At least I think that's how that works. I could be wrong. Who even knows? Oh yeah, and now that we've got the chocobos, I believe there is a treasure sphere that we can grab. Yeah. Alright, so we'll jump from here all the way across the canyon, which is a bit of a ridiculous jump, but pretty cool. And here we've got a clay ring. Ugh, I'm betting that absorbs, or sorry, reduces earth type damage. And here we've got a little cutscene.
Huh? What's that? Oh! Chill out there, Greenie. Hey now, stop that already. Oh, you asking for it now. All right, that does it. Come here, you. Oh, you think you real hot stuff, don't you? You just wait until next time, big guy. Oh no, head spinning. Don't go hurling now.
Don't go getting any ideas about taking that one on.
Okay, so by coming here with your chocobo, that activates the cactars on the Arcalt step here. So now these guys will appear in static spots.
Thanks.
one kind of interesting thing about the Cactars is they will change forms, much like some of the other enemies in the game.
Do everything?
And you really, to be honest, you really don't want to let them do that unless you're trying to complete your data log. As far as I can tell, they just they're just harder. And I don't know if it affects their item drop rates and whatnot, but they can get the final form is actually really nasty. So it I don't remember the other two, but obviously, so this one's just a regular Cactar, and then the next one is like the giant Cactar, and then the third form is like the Cactar Prime or something like that. And again, now I don't know. To me, it didn't really seem like. Or sorry, I should take that back. I don't know if it affects the drop rates at all, but again, they get a bunch more health, and they get some kind of nasty abilities. So again, now in my opinion, they're not really worth letting them. Or it's not really that great of an idea to let them to grow like that. But anyways, we're just gonna. I don't know. To be honest, the lower form is not that big of a deal. I mean, look, he's only hitting for like 2, or sorry, what was that, 375 or something like that. Yeah, I guess it depends. Oh yeah, it depends on who he's hitting too.
Thanks.
He's hitting for much more on a non-protected target, but anyways, they've got a fairly high chain or stagger point too, so. Unfortunately, you'll have to, really bring that gauge up a bit before you start doing, decent amounts of damage. That is. Looks like they're vulnerable to flame though, because everybody's got the inflame debuff on, or sorry, buff on now. Yeah, wow, he didn't last long after that. Wow. So there you go, I guess buff up. 5,000 CP, that's really good. And actually those guys have really good drops too. They have, I think they've got like I think it's the Cactar doll. I think that's their, speaking of which, the Cactar doll is I think their rare drop, and that's worth a decent amount of money. And then I think their other drop is like the Chocobo Plume. And that one's not worth as much, but still really good to sell. So, again, these guys are kind of going to be all over the place now, so if that's something that you want to shoot for, it's not a bad idea, to be honest. They can provide you with some decent drops, as well as, like I said, I mean, that CP was not bad. Now the fights take a little bit longer, so I guess just keep that in mind, and you're still going to be getting less CP than the King Behemoth and Megastotherian battle there at the north end of the step. But again, like I said, though, you get good battle rewards along with it. So if that's something that you want to do, there's quite a few spawn locations for those Cactars. So once you kind of get them down, you can decide for yourself whether or not that's something that you want to do. And I think I'm trying to track down a treasure here, and I'm pretty sure it's down below. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing here. I need to jump back down. If I remember right, this one's going to be the Tetratic Tiara, and this is going to be, so this is a one-time reward. And I don't remember if this is 15 treasures or if it's 10. I just don't remember. But anyways, don't make me into a liar here. There it is, Tetratic Tiara. So that's gonna have auto Tetra defense, and to be honest, I don't know. It's tough to say whether or not that's actually worth it or not. Obviously, it's gonna give you a Protect, Shell, Vigilance, and what's the other one? Protect, Shell, Vigilance, and Veil. And those are really nice buffs, but the problem is that they just don't last long. So one thing that you can do there is actually upgrade that, and till it's to its maximum level, and then break it down or dismantle it, and you can get some really nice stuff by doing that. The sprint shoes, and I don't remember if there's like a morale Morale Talisman and Blessed Talisman, I think. But you know, I don't remember all the different rewards. But for sure, sprint shoes, and that's the big one. Those are I feel those are the best reward from from dismantling those. So again, if that's something that you want to do, go ahead. There's another gold nugget, man. Getting really lucky with these treasure hunts lately. Alright, where are we headed to? I know we activated that Seath Stone there. Way up in the middle of the Orestes, or I think that's what that family name. Next to the big turtle things. How about that? Yeah, so we must be heading back here. That's what I thought. I figured that was the next mark. It's kind of been a while, but I vaguely remember the order. Or at least some of the orders. And here we've got another treasure back here. Man, I'm getting kind of lucky here. Now he's got the exclamation point really, really early, and that's kind of so that you know it's way back here. And we'll see what we get here. There we are. I think this is a transformation item, or an upgrade item, I should say. Double tight, maybe? Nailed it. Alright, I gotta cut the commentary here, though, so like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. Hope this guide was helpful, though, and hope you join me for more. Alright, thanks for watching.